The price of gas is the most expensive it's ever been at nearly $2 a litre, and it could rise more this week.
Yeah, someone who's been following me very closely, of course, is Dan McTeague, the president for Canadians for Affordable Energy. He joins us again here on CP24. Talk more about this. Dan, before we get into the actual price itself, how unprecedented is this period we're in right now where we're watching these gas prices it's like a hockey stick, just going straight up?
Yeah, Nick, this is not expected before the May 2-4 weekend. That's why I thought we'd see $2 a litre sometime between now and next 2 weeks, especially with the U.S. Memorial Day activities. But yeah, this is not only an unprecedented price. The fact that this rise took place starting, I'd say, in November, got worse in January. Of course, the war, Russia's invasion of Ukraine just made a bad situation worse on the oil side. What always had me concerned, though, was that gasoline tends to decouple and surge ahead of oil, especially as we get closer to summer demand driving season. And that's exactly what's happening now. Everyone's attention's on oil. It has to be on gasoline. And more importantly, it has to be on diesel and jet fuel.
Yeah, there is a difference between that oil versus gasoline and diesel. And Dan, you've been saying that this kind of started back in November. What exactly caused it, and what's going to be the fix going forward?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that there's undersupply. We have come out of and emerged from COVID with the realization that maybe the world needs a little bit more energy, a little bit more oil, a little bit more diesel, a little bit more gasoline. I think there was a sort of a head fake, a false sense that we could do away with these things, and that 2 years of lockdowns was a proxy for less use of oil and gas and other fossil fuels. Nothing could be further from the truth. And of course, now we find ourselves in the precarious position of having Russia make determinations as to what the price of energy should be, holding Eastern Europe very much at bay.
And Dan, we keep hearing that Canada is, I don't know about swimming in oil, but certainly has a surplus of it indeed, but yet that's not really helping the Canadian market.
No, it's not. And, if Canada had 2 million barrels it could spare to the rest of the world with pipelines that it had turned its back on and, really negated, we would be looking at a circumstance here, Nick, where gasoline would probably be about 30 cents a litre cheaper, given the Canadian dollar would be a lot stronger. Never have I seen the Canadian dollar this week when we've got $100 oil. And Jennifer, if we look at the fact that the price of gasoline itself has now become completely detached from oil, we probably see a scenario where oil itself could be down maybe $100, from $104 a barrel down to maybe 90 if Canada had 2 million barrels to spare every day. It's easy to produce it. It's impossible to get it to critical markets.
Right. Interesting. Okay, Dan, so right now we're sitting at almost $2 a litre, which is something unprecedented. How high could this go?
Well, look, I think we're going to get a bit of a break on Wednesday. Markets are very worried that these high prices are going to lead to a global recession. That's the word now, of course, and that interest rates, all of these things are coming together and hitting us like a freight train. But we're still looking at a 5 cent a litre increase come next week. And I think for that reason, 204, 205 by next week and the week after, we could see prices moving well towards $2.10 a litre by the May 2-4 weekend. Unfortunately, not good news, and certainly not good for drivers.
Dan, you're Canadians for Affordable Energy. It feels less affordable every single day. Is there anything beyond just basically parking your car we can realistically do to sort of try to, ease the burden on our wallets right now?
Very little, but I would call on our politicians to really consider, the wisdom of applying taxes like carbon taxes at this time, and perhaps do something with the major significant amounts of windfall revenue that they're getting in HST, federally and provincially, in the billions of dollars. They should do what was done 20 years ago, and that's to rebate some of that, at least to alleviate the punishing pain on the poor, on the middle class, and most importantly, on our trucker and transport industry, whether that's airlines, railway, or trucks themselves.
Yeah, we can't forget about those bigger vehicles that rely on a lot more gas. All right. Dan McTeague, President for Canadians for Affordable Energy. Always appreciate your time. Thank you.